Welcome to 5-Minute Bedtime Stories, brought to you by TaleBot, your child's AI storyteller. Want to create a bedtime story for your child? Visit talebotai.com/create. Now, let's sit back and enjoy the story.
Nadine's Magical Journey to the Potty Palace. A special bedtime story for Nadine. Once upon a time in a cozy little town, there lived a delightful little girl named Nadine. Nadine was a bundle of joy, always curious about the world around her. Every day was a new adventure for her, filled with laughter and wonder. But there was one thing that Nadine hadn't quite figured out yet: going to the potty. Nadine's parents had read her a special book called Potty by Leslie Patricelli, all about the exciting journey of learning to use the potty like a big girl. Nadine loved the book so much that she wanted to have her very own potty adventures, just like the baby in the story. One sunny morning, as Nadine and her teddy bear, Mr. Cuddles, sat in the garden, Nadine looked up at the fluffy white clouds floating in the sky. She had an idea that would make her potty journey even more magical. With a big smile on her face, Nadine whispered to Mr. Cuddles, "Let's go on a magical journey to the Potty Palace." With the power of her imagination, Nadine and Mr. Cuddles took off from the ground and soared high into the sky. They flew over rolling hills, past shimmering lakes, and through fluffy cotton candy clouds until they reached a magnificent castle made entirely of colorful potties. As they landed in front of the Potty Palace, Nadine couldn't believe her eyes. Potties of all shapes and sizes lined the palace walls, each more dazzling than the last. There were potties shaped like rockets, princess carriages, and even a giant sparkling rainbow potty. Nadine's heart filled with excitement as she walked through the palace doors. Inside, she was greeted by a group of friendly talking animals who were experts in potty training. There was Sir Fluffington, the wise and fluffy bunny, Lady Sparkles, the graceful unicorn, and Captain Splash, the adventurous dolphin. Together, they showed Nadine the Potty Palace's enchanting gardens, filled with blooming flowers that sang cheerful songs. Each flower had a special rhyme to help Nadine remember when it was time to use the potty. "When you feel a little tingle, it's time to use your potty jingle," they sang. Nadine learned that using the potty was not something to be afraid of, but rather a big step towards becoming a brave and independent girl. The animals taught her that accidents could happen, but it was all part of the learning journey. With newfound confidence, Nadine sat on a magical potty that played her favorite song whenever she succeeded. She giggled as the potty cheered her on with each success, making her feel like the bravest girl in the whole wide world. Days turned into weeks, and Nadine continued to visit the Potty Palace to practice using her potty. The talking animals and the magical potties were her biggest cheerleaders, always encouraging her to keep trying. Even on days when she felt unsure, they reminded her that she was doing an amazing job. Finally, the moment Nadine had been waiting for arrived. With her head held high and a determined look on her face, she declared, "I am ready to use my potty all by myself." Nadine's parents, who had been patiently waiting for this day, were overjoyed. They hugged Nadine tightly and told her how proud they were of her. Nadine beamed with pride and happiness, knowing that she had accomplished something big. As the sun set over the Potty Palace, Nadine bid farewell to her magical friends. She knew that she could always visit whenever she wanted, but now it was time to share her newfound knowledge with other children who were just beginning their potty adventures. Back in her cozy little town, Nadine became the potty princess, spreading her potty wisdom to other children with her enchanting stories and playful songs. She taught them that going to the potty was not scary at all, but rather a wonderful journey that made them feel like the bravest princes and princesses in the world. And so, every night before bed, Nadine would look up at the sky and thank the stars for guiding her on her magical journey to the Potty Palace. With a contented smile, she knew that she was ready for any adventure that awaited her, as long as she had the courage to try.
Thank you for joining us on this enchanting journey. If you enjoyed tonight's story, remember, the magic doesn't have to end here. Craft your own adventure with TaleBot by visiting talebotai.com/create. And as a special treat, use the coupon code TALE99 at checkout to get your bedtime story for just 99 cents, instead of the usual $2.99. Sweet dreams, and until our next tale.